The road to 1,000 break and runs. Rack 117. 9-ball, 9-foot table, 4 to 8 inch pockets using a template rack. A World 9-ball tour format break, trying to make the one on the side. I did make the one on the side. Unfortunately, my draw on the cue ball was pretty bad. I did not come back through the stack, through the middle of the table as I intended. I think a good sign of this also would be the fact that 6 and 9 didn't move very much. It was not a good break, to be honest. I did make the one, yes, but it was not a good stroke. Playing the 2-ball here with a little bit of low right spin. Not a lot because I don't want to scratch in the right-hand side pocket, but I'm planning on going 1, 2 rails and playing the gap between the 6 and the 5. Stroking the 2 in here. Low right spin around 5 o'clock, 4, 5 o'clock. Going 1, 2. I overshot my gap between the 5, 6 and got very fortunate to clear the 5 and have a good shot here on the 3. Watching the video, I honestly think this was probably the correct route to begin with, but I was trying to play the gap between the 5, 6. It would be easier to play shape on the 4. This next shot here, I'm really happy with. Shooting a 3-ball in the upper left. I plan on going 2 rails around the 4-ball here. That's just a low spin. A little bit of right, low spin, killing the cue ball. It's all about speed on that shot. A lot of low, but it's all about speed. Came 2 rails perfectly around the 4-ball there. Again, that was low right around 5 o'clock. If you guys would hit that like button, I greatly appreciate it. Shooting that 4-ball here. A little bit of high right spin around 1 o'clock. Sending the cue ball 1 rail off the end rail. Back up to play the 5 in the side pocket. I rolled a little bit too far. I don't want to have to do what I'm going to do here, but I rolled a little bit too far. The cue ball is going to go, basically where I'm pointing at right there is where I want to end up. The cue ball is going to go up table. I could come around 3 rails, yes, but I was comfortable playing. My cue ball was good. I was comfortable playing a nice angle here on the 6. So shooting the 5-ball here in the left-hand side pocket, I just basically hit a stop shot. Just dragged the cue ball down into the angle of the 6-ball to play it in the side pocket. Everything's pretty natural here. See where I put my cue out there on the table? Plan on pocketing the 6 in the right-hand side pocket, drawing the cue ball just a little bit to bounce off the left-hand long rail and send it in toward the 7, just as this. Just below center, send the cue ball 1 rail toward the 7. I'd like to keep him a little bit deep on the table to not be so close to the 7, but this does work. 7 to the 9 here. Hit this little bit of high right spin around 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock, probably about 12:30 to send the cue ball 1, 2 rails back out to play the 9. The upper right-hand corner pocket is the plan. Pocketing the 7 there in the bottom right. I sent the cue ball 1 rail, 2 rails. Come on, a little bit further, and unfortunately the cue ball fell in toward the 9. The 9 is not lined up to the bottom right. It is lined up to go between the pocket and the first diamond. The balls are not touching. They're about, I remember they were about a ½ inch apart right here. See how far I'm standing over to the side of the ball to get this 9-ball to go in this corner pocket. That's how much I had to cut this ball. The camera can be tricky. It makes it look straight in, but I am well over there. Dicing the 9-ball down the table. Thought it was going to hang, but the table is playing slippery. But I am glad it fell. If you guys would, please check out my sponsors. That was a pretty exciting rack. Let me know what you think. Terrible position on the 9, but definitely glad it fell. I thank you guys. I appreciate it.